Hey, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Andrew V. So I've decided to start a vlog basically of me every day dieting down to really lean levels. Basically to try and reach almost contest condition, but without actually competing in like a bodybuilding competition. Because I think, look, it's all well and good to do diets and to, lose a few kilos or try and wanting to look like the people like we see on television. But if you've ever really tried to diet down to really lean levels, it's really hard. And no one talks about it, no one sells it to you saying, yeah, no, you can get these abs. And the reality is to get the abs, to get the body that you're being marketed to all the time is not an easy feat. It's not an easy feat at all. And I think nobody talks about it. So I wanted to monitor what it's going to look like every day. All the ups, all the downs, everything that goes with it. I've just spent a week basically eating. I've just come back from Thailand where I was training really heavily and it was hot. I find in heat, it's much easier to not eat poorly. Anyway, I came back to Melbourne, and in Melbourne at the moment, it's like freezing. It's raining every day, and I just ate everything. I ate everything under the sun. So it's been a week now. I sufficiently feel like I've just eaten everything that I could ever eat, and it's time to draw the line. And basically I'm gonna start. So the idea of every video is I want to, in a video, talk about what's going on for me that day, whether it's good, bad, ugly, positive, and something that I've learned for the day or something that I can take out from the day, something that I achieved or something that I failed at, and then I can share it with you. So if you, during that time, are struggling with something as well, or maybe you're losing motivation or something happens for you and you'd like to get a bit more, then I'll basically, hopefully, share something with you. And today I think the biggest thing that I want to discuss is change. And there's that point where you got to draw the line, where you got to go, right, now I'm going to eat healthy, or now I'm going to train. And for me, that point is always the hardest to cross, because at first I'll start thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to start dieting down now. Nope, today's the day I'm going to start eating salad. And what happens? Well, I said that a week ago, and it's been a week now, and I still haven't had a salad. So basically, I got to draw the line. The line in the sand is today. So today's the day that everything stops. To do that, my initial thoughts are, well, there's all this food instantly that pops up into my head that I'm going to be missing out on. I'm going to be missing out on my kebabs. I'm going to be missing out on my burgers. I'm going to be missing out on my drinks. Not that I really drink that much, but, why not? Suddenly it comes to mind, I can't have that glass of wine, but I haven't had a glass of wine in 6 months. But at this point, it starts coming to me. So when I'm about to start eating healthy, all that props up in my head is everything that is not healthy that I'm going to be missing out on. So it's like this fear response of, by me doing this, my brain is saying, no, but wait, all this food stuff that you've wanted, you're now not going to have. So that's what's happening for me at the moment. And I've struggled with that all day, all week really, and I've repositioned how I'm thinking about it. Cool, there's all this stuff that I'm going to be missing out on, but that's not really powerful, because all that's doing for my psychology is bringing me to a place where I'm just fearing that I'm losing something by not doing it. So by dieting, by eating very little and eating very healthy, I'm going to be missing out on a lot of stuff. That doesn't motivate me to start. So I did the whole, I just want a six-pack, or I want abs, and I finally want to get there, and that didn't work either. So the biggest thing that actually did work for me was being able to really see what it takes over a long period of time of what is my life going to look like if I don't have that thing. So instead of, okay, here's what I want, refocus and go, what is it going to be like if I don't see myself in really pristine condition over the next 10 years, does that mean I'm going to feel mediocre about myself as well? Does that mean for the next 5, 10 years, the next 6 months, I'll feel more or less okay about myself? I won't feel fantastic or great about myself? That's a problem. And then when I started thinking about what I currently have and what that will look like if I don't pursue over the next year, suddenly motivation is there. And I sort of came up with that a couple of days ago, and it's already, I've been cleaning up my diet slowly, gently. But today I've decided, okay, it's one last hurrah. So I've planned out some foods that I'm going to have, and the plan is really for me, it's not specific foods that I crave. It's just the freedom of being able to choose anything and go, right, I'm just going to eat it because it looks good, and I'm going to fall for the marketing that says it's juicy, sweet, and it's probably loaded with sugar and fat, and I'm just going to eat it. So basically I planned out my day today in the evening, and it's not a day, I haven't eaten most of the day. I'm going to train in a moment after this. And that's it. I'm going to eat the foods, and tomorrow will start the official day of starting to eat clean. What that will mean for me is I'm just going to be counting everything that goes in, and we're going to be fluctuating throughout the diet. So as these videos goes on, or as these podcasts go on, I'm going to be throwing in random stuff like keto days, intermittent fasting days. I'm going to be trying a range of things with my macros, etc. So hopefully you can get some tips on what to do, what works, what doesn't, and you can see if I try something and then I go crazy psychologically, or if I start, falling off the bandwagon, then hopefully it'll give you a bit of insight of, oh, I probably shouldn't do that. He did it, that looked like it sucked, or that looked easy, I could do that. Currently I'm writing a book about the psychology of losing weight, because I believe that it does all come down to mindset. I used to be really, really heavy, and I used to yo-yo back and forth from diet to diet, and I've tried every diet under the sun, and until I got my mindset right and understood the psychology of change, that's when everything became pretty easy for me. So a lot of the stuff that I'll be discussing, I've actually written in this book as well, which hopefully I'll be able to give to you as well within the next coming months. Anyway, follow me along. Every day I'm going to be sharing some tips, some tricks, something I learned, something I take away, something I fail at. Today, I guess the biggest thing is, how do we draw the line, the sand, draw the line in the sand, draw the line in the sand and say, right, today is the day. From here on in, I am going to be healthy. I'm going to be fit. I'm going to be doing that. And how to draw that line in the sand is literally to say to yourself, well, if I don't draw that line in the sand, what does my next 6 months look like? What does my next year look like? And when you picture that image clearly, usually it's a picture that you don't like. And that picture motivates you to actually go, right, now I'm going to draw that line in the sand. So yeah, I've come to a place where I've drawn the line in the sand. I've built an accountability piece, which means to you now, I'm going to be videoing this and I'm going to be sending out this accountability piece. So that means that not only am I doing it for me, but I get to assist others throughout the journey as well. So that means that what I do impacts others as well. So that's my accountability piece as well, which keeps me motivated even in the down periods. That's basically it. So the biggest takeout today is, I guess, how do you draw the line in the sand? Maybe it's time for you to draw the line in the sand. Like, what does your life look like currently, the way you are doing things now, over the next 6 months? What about if you keep doing it for a year? What about if you keep doing it for 2 years? Because, tomorrow, when we say tomorrow will come, tomorrow doesn't come. We always know that tomorrow is the next day, and tomorrow is the next day, and tomorrow is the next day. And what's going to make you draw the line in the sand? Maybe picture your life, what it's going to look like if you don't draw the line in the sand. And that comes to do with anything. This can be taken to fitness, taken to anything else. I'm just attributing to, I'm going to try and build a masterpiece out of my physique. And if I don't, what's that going to look like? What's that going to look like for me? What does my life look like if I don't have that? And it doesn't have to be that for you. It can be anything else. It can be, I just want to lose 5 kilos. Oh, I just want to not gain so much weight over winter, or I want to get that bikini body, or whatever it is for you. Make it real for yourself. Picture what it's going to look like you not having that over a length of period of time, and the impact that's actually going to do to you and your life. your vitality, your energy, your self-confidence, your thoughts, and feel what kind of motivation you have then. Because we all know the hardest bit is to start. Because when you start something, that creates emotion. When you create emotion and action, that already starts changing your emotions. So starting sometimes is the hardest bit. So to start, draw the line in the sand by picturing what's going to look like your life without having what you want. Do that. It works for me. Hopefully it'll work for you. I don't know how this YouTube thing works or these podcast things work, so subscribe if you want to hear more, or don't. I'd prefer you subscribe, but only if it's of value. And also in the comments, if you're struggling with something, especially to do with, weight loss or psychology of dieting or anything like that, bring it up, because I've been dieting up and down for the last 10 years. So I've gone through all the ups and downs of mental struggles of what it takes. And if you write in the comments of what you want to hear about, I'll just make the next video about that and really share more on the topic that you want to hear about. At the same time, this is great for me sharing my stuff, but at the same time, I don't know what people are struggling with, because I've been struggling with this for a long time, and only in the last couple of years have I really nailed it down. I don't know what people are struggling with. So if you're struggling with something or want more information on something, I'm here to help. I'm here to put it out there. Follow me on this journey, and let's get down to some pretty lean levels. Andrew V here, signing out.